It is the 23rd day of February, 2024. I am Dan Kuntz. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. It's Friday. You know what we do around here. It's the one day of the week where we actually put forward some concerted effort to do some decent local television programming. It's a 5-star Friday, or guaranteed, double guarantee your television viewing pleasure back. Beautiful morning, 32 degrees. The sun is starting to climb over the East Wenatchee bench. We're going to be teased with spring again today. It was lovely yesterday. We're going to be right around 50, maybe a little bit warmer today. Saturday's looking good. Things start changing a little bit on Sunday. We've been talking about this. A very strong frontal system is going to barrel into our area late on Sunday. It's going to be windy Sunday afternoon. Gobs of snow in the mountain passes and a tad unsettled here in the big city. We'll have all of those details and the news. Sports. Kraken won. Cougar men won down in Tucson. Husky men won. Gonzaga men won. Gonzaga women won. Everybody's a winner in sports. Highlights, bunch of it. And we'll preview round one of the state basketball tournament, which gets underway today in venues all over the state of Washington. And in the back half of the program, our friends at the Joyful Scholars Montessori School need your help. Brooke is going to talk about that. Brooke Hinton, who is the interim executive director, and Jeremy Anders, our friend Jeremy from the Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. His kids go to the Joyful Scholars School, and he reached out to me, and I said, I'll do whatever it takes, buddy. So Jeremy and Brooke will be joining me in the back half of the program. We got a good show for you today. And we got some nice views, too, with this beautiful sunrise. Let's check it out with our cameras around the valley, courtesy of Localtel's Sky-Fi division. Look at that. Gorgeous view from the Wenatchee Heights camera. Just as lovely as it could be. We hit 50 yesterday. That's about where we're going to be today. It's a little bit cooler right now than it was yesterday this time. So it's going to take us a little while to warm up, but we'll get there. And the days are getting longer. We got another 3 minutes of daylight coming our way today. We're up to 10 hours and 43 minutes of daylight. Sunrise this morning already happened, 6:53. Sunset tonight, 5:36, and it's going to be a beautiful day today. Nothing but sunshine, few clouds Saturday and Sunday. Today is the day you want to bottle up and keep. To the monitor camera we go. Good morning to Monitor and Cashmere, and all points to the west of us, and you can see exactly the snow line on the Cascades way off into the distance. You would think there would be enough ambient light for that camera to be color. Apparently it isn't. That camera is high above Monitor, looking due west towards Cashmere, Dryden, and Peshastin. Let's go up to Waterville and say hello there. Good morning to, well, we can't really see Waterville. Again, you can still see the snow line there. From our Waterville camera, believe we have that pointed to the northwest. Can't really tell from that angle. The Monitor is a little far away from me, and there's bright lights in the studio, so sometimes I can't quite make it out. But I can make out Lake Wenatchee, except it's covered in fog. Low clouds and fog hovering over. This, of course, happens if there's a sizable temperature variation between the surface of the lake and the air above it. That's what happens. It'll burn off once the sun gets climbing up into the sky. Good morning to Lake Wenatchee. Dirty face pokes way out at you there on a beautiful February morning. The changes really start coming Sunday afternoon. It's going to be windy, very windy. These are your peak wind gusts, not the sustained winds, but it's going to be plenty windy on Sunday afternoon. We're talking sustained wind about 20 miles an hour, gusts pushing 30 at times, especially on Sunday afternoon. This is when this frontal system will be barreling into the valley. It'll happen about mid-Sunday afternoon into late Sunday afternoon, overnight, and right on into Monday. It's going to be breezy, too, on Monday and Tuesday. So get ready for some big-time wind. And if you're heading into the Cascades, yikes, tons of snow. They're behind on the snowpack. They need the snow. Not where they'd like to be this time of the year. No real problems on Saturday. The real snow starts coming down on Sunday. Stevens is going to get hammered. You want to avoid Stevens altogether on Sunday if you can, and it's not going to be real easy on I-90 either. And then low impact travel, and then more snow expected Tuesday and Wednesday. So the ski resorts and the passes are going to get a lot of snow, and they need it, but it's not going to be particularly pleasant travel weather, especially on Stevens Pass on Sunday. Just a heads up there. From the National Weather Service. That way, if you don't like the weather, you can blame the government. Sunshine, high of about 50 today. We'll take it. Beautiful day today. Clouds hanging around a little bit tonight. You're going to wake up tomorrow and say, hey, what happened to the sunshine? They ain't going to be around. 51 the high on Saturday with quite a bit of cloud cover, just a little bit warmer. A little bit of rain Saturday night. I don't think it's going to happen. Again, the passes are going to get snow. They're going to get the brunt of it. We're not going to get much of anything on Saturday night with an overnight low of about 38. Sunday, rain and wind. We'll start out with some sunshine, and then this frontal system is timed to come in right about 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. The wind will be picking up. Chance of rain will increase. The snow will continue when the mountain passes. On Sunday, we'll get up to 51 degrees, and then look how we drop way down. With rain Sunday night, snow level 900 feet Saturday night. We could get a dusting. 30 for the overnight low, and then look at Monday. Only 42, and then 42 again. A little bit warmer, perhaps, on Wednesday, but it's a friendly reminder. We still got some February to get through to anyway. And of course, we get a bonus day this year. It is a leap year, so we will have a February 29th. Although I'm salaried, it doesn't really change what I get paid. They just get a free day out of me. Going to take a break, and when we come back, your news. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley Friday edition on the NCW Life channel.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect. No matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier. Total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
Come see how very different you will feel in your Bullfrog Spa.
Most of us are in touch with the internet in one way or another all day long. A fast, secure connection matters. It keeps us entertained, informed, and in touch. Localtel cares about your connection. We know strong, reliable internet with your choice of speed makes life better. If you need fast, reliable internet, or maybe an upgrade, or you just have questions, connect with us by visiting localtel.com or call 509-888-8888 today.
Not a cloud in the sky, right at that freezing mark. We're going to bump up to about 50 with sunshine for everybody. Today we start clouding up, still mild temperatures on Saturday. Sunday afternoon, a strong frontal system barrels into the region. Going to give us breezy conditions and considerably cooler temperatures for most of next week. 9 minutes after the hour, a mental health patient being transported by ambulance from Spokane to Wenatchee escaped Wednesday night on Highway 28 and broke into a Crescent Bar home before being recaptured. The Grant County Sheriff's Office said that about 9 o'clock Wednesday night, the man, who has a history of mental issues and harming others, he managed to slip out of his restraints, and when the private ambulance pulled over near the Grant County-Douglas County line, the man fled on foot about a half a mile down to Crescent Bar. After Washington State Patrol troopers searching the area found a home with broken windows, law enforcement officers surrounded the house at about 2 a.m. Thursday morning. Officers in a K-9 unit entered the home and detained the man without incident. The home was unoccupied at the time. The ambulance crew, by the way, not injured. The man was eventually transported to a facility here in Wenatchee. Families and staff of both John Newberry Elementary School and Lincoln Elementary School were informed Wednesday that there will be some changes in leadership at those schools should the Wenatchee School Board decide to close Columbia Elementary. Superintendent Corey Callahar sent an email to the families informing them of the changes to school leaders in both the principal's position and the assistant principal positions. And school staff were informed Wednesday afternoon at staff meetings. So if Columbia closes, Newberry principal Socorro Yanez will join Lincoln Elementary School as co-principal with Tim Shepard. Columbia principal Cy Stuber and assistant principal Lydia Oakes, they would join the staff at Newberry and maintain their current roles. And the current Newberry and Lincoln assistant principals will move into classroom teacher positions. The school board will make their final decision on Columbia Elementary School on May 14th. Wednesday marked the 5th anniversary of a story I'm sure you'll remember, the dramatic rescue of a 6-year-old who had fallen through the ice of a Rock Island pond. Rayanna Rosenberg is 11 years old now. She's a 5th grader at Chelan County Elementary School. Her mother, Becker Overcracker, said Rayanna recalls falling into the pond, but little after that. She does remember her 2-month recovery at Seattle Children's Hospital. On February 21st, 2019, a Douglas County firefighter swam into the icy pond and retrieved Rayanna's lifeless body. A Ballard Ambulance School and emergency crews at Central Washington Hospital worked to restore her breathing. She was taken by helicopter to Seattle. Becca says Rayanna has no fear. As adventurous as ever, Becca and her then boyfriend were arrested in September of 2019 for a campground robbery at Banks Lake. She was sentenced to 17 months in prison. She says she regained custody of her children after she was released. Wenatchee Mayor Mike Poirier settling into his new role as the mayor of Wenatchee. The mayor and his wife Maureen visited with me earlier this week in our studios to talk about adjusting to the new role of mayor. The city council, of course, named Chelsea Ewer to fill Poirier's empty seat on the city council. There were a number of applicants to fill that role, and the mayor says that's a good sign.
To get 9, can you imagine 9 applications? That's unheard of for this. It just tells you that the city's going the right direction. We're being positive. And we did brought in the top 4, and all 4 of them, and what was really nice about all 4 of them, that either one of them was supporting the other. I'm telling you, they were supporting the other. And so it was very emotional that we picked what we thought would be best to bring something to the city that we haven't had with City Council member Ewer.
Poirier says his predecessor, Frank Kuntz, has been a big help during the transition. He says they've spoken by phone a few times.
He's open door anytime. I probably talked to him 4 or 5 times, and a couple of issues. And he, literally the day after the election, they set me up a little office, and basically Frank said, "Hey, you know what? This is a transition. We want to be here for you, and here we go." And so he did a great job with that transition, and he actually went on vacation. You don't go on very many vacations being mayor, but he went on vacation for a week and got settled in. But yeah, he's been supportive. Again, only like 4 or 5 times. Last time I saw him in the city building, he says, "No, I'm not coming upstairs. This is yours, and you need to take care of it." So.
U.S. Senator Maria Cantwell announced yesterday more than $20 million has been allocated to make property in and around the Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest more resistant to wildfires. The money was awarded by the United States Department of Agriculture. They used funds from the 2021 Infrastructure Law and the 2022 Inflation Reduction Act. It's part of an almost $500 million that was awarded nationwide. The bulk of the money in our state will go towards the Central Washington Initiative that covers wildfire-prone areas stretching from Yakima County all the way to Okanagan County. Cantwell says those high-risk areas will benefit from preventative treatments that reduce fuels, improve forest health, and build community resilience. Cantwell says intense wildfires are expected to plague the state once again this year. Of course, unhealthy smoke conditions associated with this. We'll see how the 2024 fire season pans out. And a data center technician program is in development at the Wenatchee School District. At the February 13th Wenatchee School Board meeting, Career and Technical Education Director Jacob Buckholz introduced the program. Buckholz says they have applied for a grant to begin the pathway for the program over the next 18 months. The program, the idea is to equip students with applicable skills to become employed in the data server area. In his presentation, Buchholz says there are about 6 data centers coming to Chelan and Douglas counties. That would be about 300 to 500 family wage jobs coming with it as well. That's the news. At quarter after the hour, the newscast will come your way tonight on television at 5, 6, and 10. 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock, the NCW Life Evening News. If you prefer to use the internet to consume your television, and who's kidding who, a lot of people do, it'll be up and running on our homepage, ncwlife.com. It'll be up and running on our Facebook page. You can also watch the news on our YouTube page and on the app. And that's how you get the app. There's a QR code right there. And if there's something out there is newsworthy, if you think so anyway, you get a hold of us. Best way to do it, send us an email. news@ncwlife.com. Everyone's a winner in sports, which is next. You're watching a Friday edition of Wake Up in Angie Valley on the NCW Life channel.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35 plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
Now there are even more reasons to meet at the Pybus Market. Outdoor dining and tastings, the fabulous Farmers Market, Saturday artisans on the concourse, and your favorites all week long. No matter the reason, it's always time to meet at the Pybus Market. Pybus Market, where community meets.
Central Washington Water is your solution for problem water. Whether you're on a well or municipal water, they can design a clean water system custom to you. Soft water eliminates water spots and scaling on fixtures. It protects appliances from hard water damage, saving you money. Soft water reduces soap usage that causes skin irritation and is a healthier choice to drink. Call for a free in-home consultation or stop by the store to have your water tested. Central Washington Water, your best water solution for home, pool, and spa.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right all year round. Right now, bring home select VX and L Series tractors for 0 down, 0% APR for 72 months. Contact your Kubota dealer for details.
Sports at 18 minutes after the hour. Jared McCann had a goal, had a bunch of assists. Jordan Eberle had a couple of goals. He had an assist as well. And the Seattle Kraken beat the NHL leading Vancouver Canucks last night, handing the Canucks their 4th straight loss.
Pedersen to the corner, Zadorov. Pedersen has a tough time with Wenberg. Burakovsky's on it. Lindholm up and ready. Dunn. McCann. Dunn. Scores! A bomb from up top. Vince Dunn has tied the game. 6:38 left. Edzo fought him.
Yeah, no, I did a lot of receiving.
Okay, but you actually got involved with this guy. Now, McCann with a bullet! A stinger from 19! Jared McCann has points in 6 straight, and the Kraken have a 2-1 lead. Beniers out of the corner. Hoglander for Vancouver. It pops out. Tatar can't get it. Beniers, Eberle, broken up by Suter. Dumoulin, Schultz. He scores! Justin Schultz. He'll find a way. 6:31 left in period 2. 3-2 Seattle. McCann, Eberle, Beniers on the ice for the Kraken. Schultz plays it in back of Demko. Jared McCann, Eberle, what a stop, but they score! Jordan Eberle gets his own rebound and makes no mistake. 4-2 Seattle. McCann.
Good to see him back out there.
Now pass to the point for Pedersen and directing for Hronek right on it. McCann. Here it is, just wide. In first, Everly. Bullseye!
As Everly wins the foot race
as the Kraken Nation counts it out. That's Kraken hockey, baby. Tonight, a 5-2 win over the Vancouver Canucks.
By the way, the Kraken win the season series against Vancouver. They're 3-0-1. Since they had that bad little hockey streak a few weeks back, they'll host Minnesota tomorrow night at Climate Pledge Arena. The Cougar men's basketball team is in first place in the Pac-12, 77-74. The 21st ranked Cougars beat number 4 Arizona in Tucson last night. Jalen Wells converting a 4-point play in the waning moments to pull out the victory.
Feels like the biggest shot of the game for Arizona for a couple reasons. And Wells answers right back. His 4th three of the game, he has 16 for the Cougs. I think the key there, Boswell getting in the paint, being aggressive, good things happen when he does that. Here's Jones, taking his time, and then he's flexing on his way back up the court. Thought he had follow on the lob, too. Ooh. Oh, nice pass. He is the best passer on the team. You said it earlier. Rice and Wells working the two-man game. I don't think they're going to get it. Rice, deep three. Follow his hand on it. Yakumovsky rips it away from the corner. Got it! Wow. Jalen Wells. Contact. He goes down into the front row of the crowd. Are you kidding me? Pella Larson, Caleb Love, the only two that have hit three-pointers tonight. They go to Johnson, and here's Love. 6 seconds left on the clock. He slips. They call a travel, a turnover by Arizona. Right. 2.7 seconds to go. Arizona down by 3. No timeout. Here we go. Last chance. Trying to stay perfect on their home court. Here's Boswell running out of time. Love gets it off the front of the rim, and the Cougars hold on. The biggest win of Kyle Smith's head coaching career at Washington State, and they end the streak. Arizona no longer perfect at home.
Couple of notes: the Cougars, the Cougar men anyway, they have not made the NCAA tournament since 2006. It's been 18 years. They're going to go to the big dance, and check this out. They're in first place with just a few games left to go. The Cougar men basketball team has not won the Pac-12 Conference Championship since 1942, but they can do it this year. Husky men, they blew a 25-point lead, but they pulled out an 84-82 win last night. They played Arizona State in the desert.
And it's Mia winning that battle. That's the second time there was a no call at the offensive end for the Sun Devils, and it leads to a transition three.
Brooks goes back inside to the big foul, and he throws it down. No timeouts remaining. Everyone on their feet. Here goes Frankie Collins, pushed by Wheeler, and we're tied at 75.
They find themselves in another one here in Tempe.
And Lands has it taken away by Mulcahy. And Wood on the follow. Washington retakes the lead. Arizona State at the rim. Phillips had a good look, and it's no good. Washington survives here in Tempe in overtime.
And Graham Eke had 20 points, 14 rebounds for Portland. They cruised, Gonzaga did, over Portland, 86-65. Gonzaga never trailed, by the way. They led by double digits most of the way. And the Lady Bulldogs, yeah, that machine keeps rolling right along. Yvonne Jim had 20 points. Number 16 Gonzaga defeats San Francisco 74-48. They've won 21 games in a row. They've won 33 in a row at home. Men's college basketball Saturday. Here's your schedule. Santa Clara will be in Spokane to take on Gonzaga tomorrow at 7 p.m. on ESPN2. The Huskies and the Cougars remain in Arizona. Washington State will play Arizona State at 5 o'clock on ESPN2. Washington will take on Arizona at 11 a.m. tip-off on CBS on Saturday morning. And women's college basketball. Your Friday schedule, Oregon is at Washington tonight, 7 o'clock. You can watch that on Pac-12 Washington. Oregon State will be at Washington State. They'll also tip off at 7 o'clock tonight. And over the weekend in women's college hoops, tomorrow, Gonzaga will be in Malibu to take on Pepperdine. That'll be on ESPN Plus at 2 o'clock. And then on Sunday, it's Oregon State at Washington at 12 noon and Oregon at Washington State at 12 noon on Pac-12 Washington. Mariner baseball is back. First spring training games this weekend in Cactus League action. The Mariners will be at the White Sox tomorrow at 12:05, and they'll take on the Guardians at home Sunday at 12:10. All right, closer to home, it's not what's going on, it's what's going to go on. State basketball playoffs roll on tonight. Ellensburg will go for their 73rd consecutive victory tonight. In the first round, they take on Columbia River in Ellensburg at 8 o'clock tonight in 2A. In 1A, it's Cashmere, of course, in Cedar Park at the Wenatchee High School Gymnasium. That's at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. In 2B basketball, the Okanagan girls will take on Adna, 8 o'clock tonight. The Tonasket girls will take on Friday Harbor at 6 o'clock tonight. And Brewster and Warden will do battle at 6 o'clock tonight. In 1B girls, Waterville, Mansfield, and Oakdale. That's 4 o'clock tomorrow at the Wenatchee High School Gymnasium. Pateros will take on Garfield Palouse in 1B girls basketball. And Amira Cooley Hardline will take on Cross Point at 12 noon tomorrow. As far as the boys are concerned, in 2B action, it's Lake Roosevelt and Tri-Cities Prep. That's 2 o'clock tomorrow at the Wenatchee High School Gymnasium. 2B Tonasket and Coupeville will be at 4 o'clock on Saturday. 1B action is Moses Lake Christian and Cusick at 8 o'clock tonight. And Soap Lake boys will take on Summit at 6 o'clock tonight. And the Wild. 3 games in 3 days, all of them in Alberta. They'll take on Calgary tonight at 6 o'clock. They'll take on Red Deer tomorrow at 6 o'clock. And they wrap up their 3-game road trip against Edmonton at 3 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. And those are just some of the games that people are playing. At 27 minutes after the hour, if you so desire, you may celebrate National Dog Biscuit Day. You can celebrate National Tile Day. National Curling is Cool Day. Curling gets real popular every 4 years during the Winter Olympics, and then they forget about it, and it becomes popular again. National Play Tennis Day. National Skip the Straw Day. You don't need a straw today. If you live in Japan, happy birthday to the Emperor. If you live in Canada, it's Yukon Heritage Day. Been to the Yukon. It's beautiful. But today, National Banana Bread Day. Now, my coworker, Rachel, makes a kick-butt banana bread. It's the best I've ever had. Sorry, Mom, rest your peace. But Rachel makes some just awesomely good banana bread. And I told her this yesterday. I just reminded her, hey, tomorrow is National Banana Bread Day. I just threw it out there. Banana bread. The big change, they made banana bread before the Great Depression, but then along came baking powder and baking soda, and that made it much easier to make banana bread, and now it's everywhere. I want banana bread, and I want it right now. Warm with a bunch of butter. Banana bread. Today in history, happy 119th birthday to Rotary, the largest service club in the world. Chicago attorney Paul Harris and 3 other businessmen got together. They had lunch in Chicago, and they said, let's form a service club. We're private individuals. We're businessmen. We care about Chicago. Why don't we all get together and see what we can do to help people out? And Rotary was born, the very first service club. They're everywhere, of course. You got Lions and Kiwanis and Exchange. There are about, I didn't do the homework, but there are about 46,000 Rotary clubs worldwide with about 1.4 million members. Happy birthday to Rotary, born on this date in 1905. Probably one of the most famous photographs ever taken was taken on this date. That photograph. Joe Rosendahl took it. Battle of Iwo Jima. This is very rare color footage. On top of Mount Suribachi, the Marines hoist the American flag. It's certainly one of the most amazing photos ever taken. There were actually 2 flag raisings that day. The second flag raising at the summit of Mount Suribachi is where that famous photograph was taken. In that photo, Michael Strank 25 years old, Michael Strank was killed 6 days after this photo was taken. Harlem Block was 20 years old. He was killed in action 6 days after that photo was taken. Franklin Sousley, 19 years old, killed in action 27 days after that photo was taken. Harold Schultz went to work for the Postal Service. He was a mail sorter in Los Angeles. Harold died in 1995 at the age of 70. Harold Killer was the fire chief of the Brooklyn, Illinois Fire Department. He died at the age of 57 in 1979. And Ira Hayes. Ira Hayes drank himself to death at the age of 32 in 1955. The Marines take the battle flag and put it on the Mount Suribachi on the state in 1945. Eric Heiden made history on this date, Lake Placid Olympics, February 23rd, 1980. I remember watching this. Speed skater Eric Heiden becomes the first and only person in the history of the Winter Olympics to win 5 gold medals in one Olympics. He clinched it. He went 5 for 5 when he won the 10,000 meter. He won more medals than all but 2 countries. The Soviet Union won 10 gold medals. East Germany won 9 gold medals. And Eric Heiden won 5. Olympic history on this date in 1980. Let's do some birthdays. You may not know who Norman Turog was, but the odds are pretty good you've seen one of his movies. He was known as the King of the Quickies. Norman Turog directed 180 films, full-length feature movies, 180 of them, between 1920 and 1968. He directed 8 Elvis Presley films. Every one of them are just awful. They would tax the patience of God's own messenger. The last 4 Elvis movies that Norman Turog directed, including Double Trouble, Speedway, Live a Little, Love a Little, they're all awful. Norman Turog, a director, mind you, was legally blind. But he was really good at making movies on time and on budget, so we always got to make movies. He was born in the state in 1899. Tom Osborne, head football coach of the Nebraska Cornhuskers from 1973 to 1997, 255 victories, 13 conference championships, 3 national championships, and then he went and served in Congress for a while too. Tom Osborne, coaching legend, is 87, and Aziz Ansari is 41 years old today. Of course, Tom Halverford on Parks and Recreation. Now he's doing other stuff. My second favorite character in Parks and Recreation. Second favorite. I think you'll probably know who my favorite one is. Happy birthday to Aziz. Special thanks to our friends at Alpine Air for heat and air. Call Alpine Air. They are platinum sponsors here at the NCW Life Channel. Special thanks to Pool to Spa Services, that time of the year, to maybe get yourself a hot tub or a swimming pool, or have them take care of your hot tub and swimming pool. Pool to Spa Services on Worthen Street. And finally, our friends at Prestige Senior Living at Colonial Vista. After a quick commercial break, Mike Magnotti's got an opinion, and then our friends at the Joyful Scholars Montessori School has found themselves in a bit of a bind that wasn't really their fault. Jeremy Anders, his kids go there. Brooke Hinton runs it. You're going to hear from Jeremy and Brooke when we come back. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life Channel.
It's the 2024 KPQ Home Expo presented by Localtel, March 8th through 10th. Bring the family down to the Town Toyota Center and check out North Central Washington's largest free home show. Enter to win a season pass to the Super Oval or even an e-bike from Nelson Motorsports. Make sure to stop by Localtel's booth for a chance to win amazing prizes. It's more than just a show, it's the KPQ Home Expo.
Hi folks, welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. Go ahead and move this chase on the other side. You can lift this up.
Great, I want that one. I like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
And I definitely want this one.
Ooh. You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Imagine a science project being done on the kitchen table. Feel the excitement on Christmas morning as the kids race down the stairs to form memories that cannot be erased. Listen for the laughter coming from the next room. Put your family in a new home to make these visions become reality with Coldwell Banker Cascade. Use the Move meter entering 2 cities and see how a potential move scores based on the cost of living and other factors. Make your dream place a reality with Coldwell Banker Cascade today.
Check out ClubProCashmere.com for upcoming events and tickets.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
This is Mike Mad Dog McNutty, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, I love my wife, Rosie. Yes, I do. But her obsession with the Mariners is driving me crazy. I mean, I'm trying to read a book. I'm doing work on the computer. Heaven help me. I'm trying to go to sleep. But she feels the need to update me on every pitch, every strike, every foul ball, every doggone thing that's happening that, frankly, I couldn't care less about. You know, my friends, my buddies, they understand that when God was handing out the sports gene, I stepped out for a beer. Rosie, so somehow equates a shared love of the Mariners as some sort of barometer for our relationship. Now she can disagree with me about Janis Joplin, appropriate toppings on pizza, or my obsession with cop shows, and none of this is any indication that she doesn't love me. But me telling her that I could care less if Julio got a hit or struck out, man, we don't even want to go there. Oh God, this is Mike Mad Dog McNutty, and that's my opinion.
Crown Furniture knows the most important part of a healthy and productive lifestyle is good quality sleep. The Englander Mattress Company is dedicated to manufacturing the best mattresses made in the USA. Englander chooses the finest materials made in the USA with a drive, dedication, and attention to detail, earning them a 99% satisfaction rating. Stop by Crown Furniture today on South Wenatchee Avenue and save up to 35% on select Englander mattresses.
Come on, I'm a certified technician. I was trained to take good care of you.
9. I've only been to the dealer.
I've been coming here for years. These guys are great.
Look around. The BMW, the Jag, the Volvo, they're all waiting for regular service. Well, the BMW has a little computer issue, but that's nothing we can't handle. Come on in.
From regular maintenance to computer troubleshooting, trust the Global Car Care technicians with your import, diesel-powered, or domestic vehicle. Global Car Care. They speak your car's language.
Dankeschön.
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why people here drive Honda. Dependable all-wheel drive with traction control, with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat, which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to fill up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda is known for legendary fuel efficiency? Great deals are here now, and so is Mr. Frost. So see your Inland Northwest Honda dealer today. Honda can handle it.
It's cold outside and time to make sure your loved ones are safe and secure at home during the cold months ahead. Aging in Adult Care has low-cost, in-home care options for seniors, adults with disabilities, and for caregivers assisting relatives or friends. Services like housekeeping, personal care, and home-delivered meals can make such a difference for you or someone you know. These services and more are available by calling Aging in Adult Care's offices at 1-800-572-4459.
Welcome back to the program. Last week, Jeremy Anders, a mutual friend of everybody, I think, gave me a call and said, Dan, you owe me a favor, and I'm calling it in. And I said, well, I don't think I owe you anything, Jeremy, but he keeps track of these things, and I don't. And Jeremy said, well, I love Jeremy. Everybody loves Jeremy. I said, what can I do for you? And he said, the school that my kids go to, we need a little love on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. And I said, Jeremy, anything for you, because I can't say no to this guy. Jeremy Anders, everybody knows this guy. Introduce your friend to your right there.
This is Brooke Hinton. She is the executive director of Joyful Scholars Montessori School here. And it's a great school. My kids have gone here for a long time, and they're needing some help right now, and so we're trying to get the word out in the community to get them some help as much as we can.
Well, let's give them some love right off the top. You have a lot of kids. I think most people know. Jeremy's got a lot of kids.
Yeah.
And you could send them anywhere. You could send them to public school. You could send them to other private schools. They're all great. They're all highly accredited. You chose here. You and your family got together and said, this is where I want my kids to learn. Why?
Yeah, so we have 7 kids that have all attended Joyful Scholars. We've had our kids in public school for that. They've had some struggles over the time for that. Some of our kids are considered special needs that have some stuff. And just the atmosphere at Joyful Scholars, we've had at least one of our kids have been in this school since 2018. And then so as they've kind of progressed in, we've had now all of them in here. So we have, as our oldest is in 8th grade, which is called JSMAC, and then our youngest was actually in the daycare here until it closed with that, but she'll be back here pretty soon as well. So we have, we love the school, we love the teachers, we love the staff, love the kids. It's a great school. It's different. I mean, especially in this new building has made a lot of great things happen for them too, that, they get to really be close to, they pretty much have Walla Walla Point Park as their big playground area. They're close to the nature trail. They really get to be out and experience stuff. And it's just different. It's really has helped them progress. I mean, some of our kids have had some struggles in life like that, and they really do well here.
Does a lot of that, Brooke, have to do with the teacher to student ratio? I know it's very low, and that's part of the whole Montessori theory that they bring to education. Is that really a critical component, that one-on-one?
I think it helps, but it's not just the staff to student ratio. It's that they're in a cohort, so they get to stay with the same teacher for 3 years at a time, which really gives teachers a chance to get to know the kids and develop a really strong relationship and support. I think that's probably the biggest difference.
Well, I think most people are familiar with the concept of the Montessori school, for those of you who aren't, and it's really hard to explain in a short interview, but give me a basic umbrella idea of a concept that goes back, what, 150 years, longer than that maybe?
Yeah. The idea is based on meeting a child where they're at and letting them kind of be the guide in terms of what their interests are and how they're learning, and being able to support them through this educational journey that they take. And that means having a prepared environment, lots of materials for them to take the lead on, letting them excel in the areas that they can, and supporting them in the areas without penalizing them in areas where they need that little bit of extra support.
And Jeremy, obviously it's worked out good for your family.
Yeah, our kids have done great here. I mean, our kids they struggled with the kind of the standard educational stuff in public schools like that, but it's very hands-on here. As I look back over there, see like the number beads, like our kids, they understand it. It's really like they're visual learners like that. And we have, some of our kids are on a higher level, overachievers for that, and some of our kids are kind of struggled, and so they kind of, like she said, they get to meet where they need to be at, and they kind of help them go along. And we've seen some really big advances in some of our kids that were struggling before, but now they've done well here. And like I said, it's really cool because in the interaction between the younger kids to the older kids, they're all in one building here at the Wenatchee campus, and you have all the way from 3-year-olds all the way up to seniors in high school. And they cross over a lot with a lot of stuff they do. They get to know each other, so it's a really close family feel here among the teachers and the students. And you have a new campus. Goodfellow Brothers, of course, moved to downtown Wenatchee. They vacated their old office building right here by Walla Walla Point Park, as Jeremy mentioned, right across the street from Bluebird and the Town Toyota Center. You got some room to spread out. It's a nice place.
It's a fabulous location, the proximity to the park and the trails, like Jeremy was saying, and then just lots of room for everybody to be in their classrooms, but all of us to still be in one particular campus.
So everybody's watching this show, they're watching the interviews. Is this just a big love fest for Joyful? Well, yeah, it is, but we're here for a secondary reason, which is the primary reason that Jeremy called me. We have to address the elephant in the room. Checkbook's running a little low. Trying to think of the best way to put that. You're in a bit of a financial bind. Some of it was out of your control. Some of it kind of just happened. You want to address that, Brooke, and be honest if you could with our audience.
We're absolutely in what we call a financial crisis. The operating budget for the year had already been spent. So it's a weird position to be in when next year looks good because you have families coming back and tuition coming in, but the grocery money for this year has already been spent. The building remodel was definitely difficult. It went much longer than anticipated. Supply chain issues, costs definitely were more than were anticipated as well.
I suppose COVID played a...
COVID, not to blame everything on COVID, but that definitely didn't help us in terms of labor and supplies. And so that was a huge hit to our reserves and our budget.
And
beyond what we anticipated.
There's only so much that tuition and parent donations, both in time and money, there's only so much that can cover.
Right. As a private school, we don't qualify for all of the state funding that the public schools get or the charter schools. And because we aren't affiliated with any of the local churches, we also miss out on that particular revenue stream. So we're completely based off of either donations, grants, and the tuition that comes in from our families.
How acute is this crisis? Because it's February and you're out of dough and the school year goes, and you guys are year round.
We're on a modified year and we'll go until the end of June and then we'll start back up the beginning of August.
So that's not, summer vacation is like 6 weeks, that's it.
Yeah.
So you got to make you're going to have to slice the bread pretty thin.
Yes.
So how do we help?
Well, we've got a campaign going right now. It's on givebutter.com, Joyful Scholars. That's kind of our capital campaign, trying to build those reserves back up again and make sure that we're meeting our operating costs. We've got a Domino's takeover pizza night for fundraising. That'll be February 29th. That's the Wenatchee's Domino's. Anything that's ordered online or in person, they donate 30% to Joyful Scholars. So we really thank them for that. And then Stone's Gastropub is doing a benevolent night for us March 6th. That's a Wednesday from 3 to 8. And it's $2 of every starter, cocktail, or glass of wine comes to Joyful Scholars. So we're working on these different community outreach events, trying to raise awareness and make it a little fun. We just did a bingo night or bingo day that was really successful, and that was a lot of fun for families.
Well, kudos to first of all to Domino's and Stone's Gastropub, because it's easier to say no than it is to say yes. And by the way, Stone's, have you eaten there? Oh, it's good food. It's really good food. How's morale with the teachers knowing that this is going on? Because they got to come in here and they got to slap that smile and let's learn, kids. Are they doing okay?
We have the most amazing staff. Everyone has been here for many years. We're close-knit. We have good relationships with an amazing community of families and our kids. They're making it work. They're on board for the long haul. They come in early, they stay late, they put in the extra time because they love this school, they love our families, and they love what they do, and they want to see it succeed.
And if you look at the parking lot, it's not full of Mercedes-Benzes and Volvos and Bentleys.
Yeah.
They're not doing it for the money, they're doing it for the love.
No.
Yeah.
No teacher does it for the money.
That's good.
That's just education
no
in general.
Teacher write that
no
down.
No teacher does it for the money.
Jeremy?
Yeah.
Jeremy, from a parent's perspective, we talked about how your kids, you're obviously very happy or the kids wouldn't still be here. Parents kind of the same kind of deal with the teachers. We're all in this together, so let's...
Yeah, I think when it was kind of brought attention, there's been a lot of stuff. Like we had the fundraiser that was huge that we put on a couple weeks ago with the bingo fundraiser, and we raised a few $1,000s there, and I think everybody got on board. They got extra families involved with that. Everybody wants the school to make it through, and from what I understand is, if we can get the fundraising going through to help us through the end of June, we should be good to go for next year. And so, we just have these last 3-4 months to try to just get some more money coming to the school. I mean, they're a nonprofit, and they they're not a for-profit thing. They're a nonprofit that relies on, you know, fundraising, tuitions like that. And so we're trying to get some extra fundraisers out there, and it's been full force. There's you know, quite a few parents who are, you know, just really dedicated to wanting to make sure that we get through the end of the school years like that. And there's a lot of kids who've gone here for a long time. I mean, it's a very important school like that. And there's a lot of kids, like my kids, who some had struggled in public school, and this is where they have found their place to strive. Sometimes, I mean, I have nothing against public school. I think public school is a great place for some kids, but some kids have their struggles here, and Montessori school is really helpful for some of those other kids to really find their way to strive. And so we need to have places like this. There's, you know, some other great private schools in the area, and this is one that really thrives on community support and parent support, and so that's what we need right now.
Joyful Scholars is the name of the school. That should tell you everything you need to know right there, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
It's not called Scholars. Anything else we can do to help? I mean, hopefully we get you through the hump. It sounds like this next 4 months are critical. The last thing we want to do is have to come back here 4 more months and help you guys out. We'll do it if you need it. We're all over it because, again, I owe Jeremy apparently a bunch of favors.
There's a lot of favors, actually.
A lot of favors. Once again, on Leap Day, the 29th, is the special Domino's thing. So, and on March 6th at Stone's Gastropub, go down there, eat, drink, be merry. And they're going to take care of you there. And any other things that we have coming up that we need to know about?
All that information is on our Facebook page, so if people want to go to that, and then anything that'll be upcoming will also be posted there and put out.
Last question for you,
see.
Brooke. Maybe there's parents out there. I got a 6, 7, 8-year-old. I think I can do better. Maybe I want to give these folks a try. How do they go about doing that?
You can go ahead and give us a shout. Email is the best way. info@joyfulscholars.org. We actually will open enrollment in March, and so for new students and returning students, that's the time to enroll. Schedule a visit, come down, meet us. That's what it's all about.
How's Jeremy as a parent? Pretty good?
He's all right.
Okay, he's okay.
You know.
We like Jeremy. He's all right. He's a big, lovable guy.
He is. They're a great family. We're lucky to have them.
The class act all the way.
Yes.
Class act
Agreed.
all the way.
Agreed.
And you're watching Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley, and we will be right back.
Highlander Golf Course is proud to announce their 2 new state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulators with over 80 courses of virtual golf to choose from year-round. Or try their Laser Shot simulated firearm program, or gaming with football, basketball, and much more. Enjoy Highlander food and drink service from their full-service bar and grill in the comfort of their simulator room. Call the Highlander Pro Shop to book your time at 884-4653. That's 884-4653.
Mount Stewart Physical Therapy is all new. New staff, new therapists, and a fabulous new chiropractor. That's right, you do not need to drive to Wenatchee or Kashmir for your care. Come see Dr. Zolman, DC. No referral needed for most insurances. Open your auto and work injury claims with us, or fax your post-op and Medicare therapy prescriptions to us right here in town. We offer covered pelvic floor services. We are premium health care for the Upper Valley. Improve your quality of life today. Mount Stewart Integrative Therapy and Chiropractic.
The Wenatchee Valley. Here, most of us really enjoy the great outdoors, and most of us try to make the most of our natural resources. Here at Apple Valley Honda, we know that for generations, we have harnessed nature to sustainably power the West, and we are proud to be part of that tradition as an Environmentally Green Dealership Award winner. Being a green dealership means Apple Valley Honda has reduced our overall environmental impact. We are so proud to live in this wonderful community.
The new Hummer EV is everything you want in an all-electric vehicle. It's powerful, reliable, comfortable, and will take you anywhere you want to go, on-road or off. Why buy one of those lesser EVs when you can have one that uses them for traction? Order your Hummer pickup or SUV today from Sangster Motors, batteries included.
Since 1932, Camp Seneca, nestled on the beautiful shores of Lake Wenatchee, has provided children grades 1 through 12 with the ideal location for kids to learn new skills, have fun, and make friends while creating memories that will last a lifetime. Camp Seneca's rustic log cabins and their staff serve to provide each group a unique summer camp experience. Register for Camp Seneca today, www.campfirencw.org.
At Confluence Health, our mission is clear: to provide exceptional care for our community. We believe in healthcare that's personal and local because we're just like you, members of this great community.
We are Confluence.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
We are Confluence.
Hello, North Central Washington, and welcome to the season premiere of Season 11 of Network TV, the show that brings you to the forefront of technology, education, and innovation, right here from the heart of the region. I'm David Mabey, your host and the marketing director of NCW Tech Alliance, where our mission is to synergize people with technology resources, nurturing entrepreneurs, and bolstering STEM education throughout North Central Washington. Our nonprofit has been the catalyst for innovation and growth for over 2 decades, especially in the educational sector. Annually, we orchestrate over 40 programs and events, each designed to be a valuable resource for our community. At NCW Tech Alliance, we're committed to expanding digital and technological skill access to all youth in our region, a commitment we uphold through our leadership